Hey YouTube, what's good, and welcome back to yet another video. I am Ryan, and this is Jonga. And today we have a deck profile. Rokket, Phantom Knight. I guess you could call it Phantom Knight Dragon Link, Phantom Dragon Link, Rusty Rokket, one of my friends recommended. Let me know down below what you guys think this deck should be called. Maybe because, there's PKBA, this can be PKDL. So I guess the premise of this deck is we're using Bardich again, and it's got good synergy with Rokket cards that hopefully I'll be able to show and demonstrate to you guys. And the cool thing about this deck is that you don't use Needle Fiber, you don't use Link Cross, you don't use generically broken combos. This is more of like a fair, fun concept. Of course, if you add things like the Rose Dragons, Needle Fiber, Violon Cube, stuff like that with Smoke Grenade, the deck's power level will dramatically increase. But I guess this is just a challenge that I put on myself to not use those broken cards and, get back to the roots of, say, a more pure dragon kind of strategy. So anyway, jumping into the profile, of course, 60 card deck. How do you not, really? But I did actually do some decent testing with this deck. I played some remote duel, and it's a lot of fun. It actually is very smooth, quite consistent. Alright, so for the Rokket cards, 3 Tracer, 1 Magna, Recharger, Silver, and Rokket Synchron, and I guess double Absol Dragon as well. This ratio is pretty good. You could, in theory, play a lot more of the level 4s, and you have to play Rokket Synchron for that specific combo from my previous video, but he's just generically good. Rokket Tracer is like your key card. You want to open that a lot. And you could even play 3 Abzarada. Again, I'm not too sure, but this feels good. What also feels good is Triple Knock Division. Such a good card. So insane. Because drawing cards is always so good. 3 Seifert, of course, one of the best starters in the game. Collapse and Wyver Burster, of course. And then we got some more generic dragon cards. Galactic Spiral for our Dingosu rank up combo. Pretty good card. I like it a lot. Levy and Rotor, Black Metal, Red Eyes. Again, you can probably play more Black Metal, but again, that proceeds more to like a standard Dragon Link deck where you have to adjust the extra deck and such. And then Dirkworm. Okay, so then for the Phantom Knight cards, we're playing 2 Boots and 2 Cloak, because I found that drawing these is actually okay. Because your deck plays a lot of discard cards. Because when you think about it, you have, Dragon Ravine, you have Chaos Space. I know, like, having Chaos Space and drawing these is really good, because you don't actually, like, banish this for, say, Wyver Burster. You would just have to normal another dragon, and then summon Wyver Burster later. It's just, it allows you to maintain your hand advantage and keep your hand size large. Because, you will be using Brotor's effect, you will be using Ravine's effect. That's why you need cards, like Knock Division, like these Phantom Knights to help you keep that strength in your hand. I think that's pretty good. And then, I think a no-brainer hand trap is Gamma, because I think a deck playing, Quick Launch, Seifert, Chaos Space, cards like that, you actually have a free space a lot, so Gamma is double useful, stopping your opponent's cards as well as protecting your own players on your own turn. And then rounding out the hand traps, just 2 Nib and 2 Veiler. You could increase it. I only play them because they're light, of course. They help with Chaos Space. But depending how the format goes, the hand traps will change a lot, of course. Because again, it's always difficult moving into new formats to try and determine what hand traps you want to play. Because it really could be anything. It could be quite unexpected how things turn out. Spells, probably be the best part about that deck, of course. 3 Quick Launch, 3 World Legacy Guard Dragon, 3 Dragon Shrine, 3 Chaos Space. Dragon Link's power is in its spells, and these cards are so good and consistent in what you do. And I guess in general, the main combo of this deck is usually just summon Romulus, and then get to Boot Sector Launch and Rokket Tracer. That's your main combo, and it's very easy to achieve that with only a few cards, with only these. Any combination of these is so good. Field Spells, Ravine, and double Boot Sector, because we're playing a more heavy Rokket deck. we do play Double Striker in the extra deck. And then limited spells, Foolish and Reborn. Again, you could play Harpy's Feather Duster, probably better off in the side deck. You could play 1-for-1 as well. I just couldn't fit it because I would rather play 3 Triple Tactics Talent. Of course, you can substitute it out for whatever you want. You can make this deck really budget if you like to, but too good not to play in what it does, because we are playing a combo deck. And I guess the meta is uncertain, but this card feels pretty certain to me every time I play it, so I'm not too sure about that. And then finishing off with all the Phantom Knight cards, so you have the Rank Up Magic, 2 Brigandine and 2 Fogblade. So we're playing 2 Brigandine because it's honestly quite good as a generic level 4 extender, because we are playing cards in an extra deck that don't really mind us having this, and help summon some cards in an extra deck. Again, it's just a generically good card. Helps you make Boral Savage in low resource game states. And double Fogblade, again, is just that off chance where, say, you get hand trapped or something goes horribly wrong in your main combo, you can still go Bardich, double set Fogblade as a good play. Big fan of Fogblade. Love the card. I guess big fan of Bardich. It's such a good card. So good. Jumping straight into the extra deck. So I'm playing Double Striker Dragon, because sometimes in your combos you will begin with one and then use the second one later on for arrows, as well as adding back rocket monsters to your hand to summon off Boot Sector launch. Just depends how your turn starts. LP, Pisty, Romulus, standard Dragon Link stuff, and then the more unusual ones, Delingerous, Quad Boral, and Triple Burst, because we are locking ourselves into Dark very early, so we need to make sure we can keep playing. And these cards are really interesting in that they give you a lot of material to make cards like, Bardich, and they help you make cards like Unchained Abomination and Boral Sword. So I know there's red eyes in the deck. So say hands where you don't need to use your red eyes effect too early. After you pop Triple Burst with Quad Boral, you can actually use red eyes to summon back the Triple Burst, which gives you very easy material to make Unchained Abomination. And we all should know how good this card is with dragons. And it's also really good with Bardich offensively, because if you get these two going at the same time, you exceed underneath, you can just clear and destroy so many cards. And Boral Sword goes without saying how good it is for OTKs and triggering rocket effects. Synchro, just one, Boral Savage. You could play the Chaos Ruler. That card's pretty good in this deck. The Excavate can be quite helpful, foolishing Phantom Knight cards, taking cards like Levianeer or other extenders into your hand. And with that, you can also play Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. I know that because you have Rocket Synchron, and then you have that Chaos Ruler. Turn those two together, make Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, summon back the Chaos Ruler, and then overlay for a rank 8. That's really nice. And then for the combo Dingosu and VFD, shout out to my previous video if you want to see how that combo works. And then last card, it would be Time Thief Redoer. So this is what I alluded to with the Shade Brigandine, in that sometimes, in the off chance you can't do your VFD rank up combo, maybe you can, do fields, very simple fields. For example, Bardich and Redoer and Savage with, Brigandine underneath him, a Fogblade in the back row. Again, he's just really nice, easy card that you can make. Again, it's offensive and as well as interactive, because making this on your turn means Bardich can destroy a card. You can spin a card. It's really, really, really nice. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in to my PKDL Dragon Link, Phantom Knight Dragon Link to deck profile. Let me know what you think below. Like, comment, subscribe if you like what you see. And there'll be much, much, much more coming up. Again, I recommend this to people who are tired of needle fiber, tired of link cross, and just want to do other stuff a bit different, because it's really cool. Like, the interactions are great. Anyway, shout out to chaoticfactory.com. Like, comment, subscribe. Jonga5. Peace out, guys. Thank you.